I've been putting out this review for about a few months now. Quite frankly, I'm very scared. I don't want to be doing this. But you know what? I got some friends who want me to do it, so I guess I'll have to do it now. So, basically, you forced me into this. Just saying this right now. Take whatever you know about human biology, Grey's Anatomy, and I mean the book. Take all those things, throw it out the window right now. I'm reviewing Space Transformers. There are some things, you know, that in this movie that's just I don't get. Just the story doesn't make sense. The action doesn't make sense. There's just a bunch of stuff I just don't understand in this. Let's get on with it. So our story begins just outside the Earth's atmosphere in a big spaceship. The entire crew is like observing a meteor shower, but they kind of give the guys from Jurassic Park a run for their money. With all the looking. It's like they haven't seen like asteroids or something. I mean, come on, they just work out in space all the time.
Oh my god, it's coming
So giant pink asteroids go by the spaceship and stuff, and everybody falls down, just like a crappy episode of the original series of Star Trek. But they did with style. These guys were just pathetic. So now we're introducing the main antagonists of the film, which apparently are, I mean, their spaceship kind of looks like a ripoff of like the Dutch ship Xeon from Gundam. So the commander doesn't understand what's going on. He doesn't believe the other guy. Then comedy ensues.
Our great ship, the Star Wars, has a sacred duty to maintain the peace in this sector of the galaxy to ensure the safety of the world. Ivy, the most talented and intelligent girl in the world, will be broadcasting on our monitor, notifying us of any imminent attack. Don't jeopardize this mission over some silly mirage, understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
But seriously, they kind of give like the laws of physics, like, you know, just like a complete kick in the ass. Because there's just so much inconsistencies, there's all this gravity, when they should be having like, at least like a little bit of like, you know, weightlessness or something. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Did you really see something out there?
Are these the two main characters of the movie?
Sure of it.
Nope, you're just going to see him for this scene, then you're never going to see him again. Like everybody else in this film.
Oh yes, it's great.
So we're finally introduced to the main characters of the film. She and Nancy. And also the doctor, and also the good doctor, Dr. Ting. Who've been observing the meteor shower from Earth, saying that Ivy, the most intelligent woman in the world, predicted that nothing will happen to him. The last time someone said that nothing will happen, war.
Death. Hey, what do you think you're doing here?
Yes, I'm aware it's supposed to be animated and not taken for serious, but still, you have to get a little bit more, like, you know, more consistencies going on here. There's just way too many things going on at once. There's explosions in space, there's gravity in space, there's just nothing that happens that's right! So finally we're introduced to Tonga, the main antagonist of the film, who just shows up on screen of Star Wars, just for shits and giggles.
So that's it, they snuck up on us while the comet was interrupting our communication.
Keep in mind that these are the only types of scenes you'll see him in. So Tonga releases his robots of destruction upon the Star Wars. These are all supposed to be parts to like one giant robot, but, you know, they just don't look right to me. They can be anything. There's one redeeming quality about this film, and that's a kick-ass fight scene.
Atomic weapons ready! And fire!
save Ivy by using the usual methods.
If you fail in...
So basically, the fate of the Star Wars rests in the hands of Ivy,
You must save her, you understand?
who's currently unconscious due to like the spy attack. Okay, seriously, that does not make sense. You cannot hear people screaming in the vacuum of space. Perhaps maybe I can help you out? I'm an expert. Oh god. Even if you were thrown out into space, you will not hear anybody. As said right here, if you were thrown into space, you would not be instantly dead. You'll have about 90 seconds before the pressure of space creates death. But you'll be knocked out in 14 seconds because of severe oxygen depletion. However, that's not the end of it. Minor cases of such happenings will result in the levels of CO2 in your body to decrease, which will change the pH levels of the blood, leading to severe nervous system malfunctions. Let's not forget that the lungs might even rupture during this process, which will also result in the bends. Think of it as sort of like, rising from like the bottom of the ocean to the top. Did you go to college for this? No, I happen to go to college for communications with specialization in video production, thanks. You sound like you've been reading off of a Wikipedia article or something. Oh, that's true. Moving on. So Dr. Ting thinks of a way to shrink down her happy little robot friend here to help out Ivy combat the evil.
What are you doing now? We're preparing for you to enter Ivy's body so you can kill her bacteria.
Huh. All right, bring Ivy here immediately.
And to their all surprise, they find out that there are galaxies, planets, just beings of unspeakable horror and stuff inside of Ivy. Fullness of that's inside her.
Oh my goodness, that's absolutely incredible!
Who would have thought? When I took some biology classes over in college and stuff, they kind of tell you something different. They talked about muscles and bones and all these other things. They said nothing about like planets and galaxies and stuff like this. See what I mean with the inconsistencies?
What? Stupid you
So
say?
with their journey, Chi and Nancy find themselves a king of a castle.
Please don't.
At this point in the movie, I think it's kind of plausible that something like this exists in here. So the king finally agrees with Chi so we can go and save the robot from certain doom, get the rest of his people back, la-di-di-da, and all this other stuff. Basically, all this other stuff went on. She meets up with someone else,
Your side against the evil one.
and they finally get rid of all the things that are inside of Ivy. Body freaking down. I know I'm missing out on a lot of stuff on this movie, but there's just too much, and it'll just give me an aneurysm if I continue on. Look how all the scientists are just crying about the sight of a gigantic robot that they created. It's the dangers of technology here, folks.
Nighton 5, go and attack the gangsters in space!
Okay, let's back up here. They created a huge robot that they were completely scared of. What happens to that little robot that they sent in there before? What about the girl Nancy? What about all these other people that we cared about? Do you not care about the movie? So the robot destroys Tonga, everybody goes back to normal, the world is safe again, and the robot does a pose. That's pretty cheesy. So there you have it, Space Transformers in all its glory. It's just like a solar adventure. You're not going to find anything cool in this thing. It's terrible. I still got a few more to do.
Boy, what a useless piece of junk!